Hey there YouTube, this is Reese of CeeManga to review Bleach Chapter 507, The Fire 3. So you know what, straight off the bat, I'm just going to say this. Yamato is a fucking badass. This guy is just disgusting. So yeah, the chapter basically starts with everyone surprised basically that Yamato's Bankai is just some small little scorched sword. So what the hell is that? That can't be a Bankai. Shirobach then goes on to say, you know what, don't underestimate it. That blade basically has like the full power of all those flames that were released. You know, it burns anything it can cut to ash. Him then remembering how it was 1,000 years ago when he fought it. Yamato then comments, it's like, yeah, I forgot you already saw this Bankai 1,000 years ago, but the thing is, will it be the same? Is it exactly how you remember it? You know, it's like, then it cuts basically everywhere around, all around Soul Society. Everyone's commenting like, wow, my throat's dry, my lips cracking, my skin's dry, all stuff like that. It's like, what's going on? It's like all the moisture from the air seems to be disappearing. Unohana, you then see Unohana just like, you know what, then like sitting to herself thinking, you know what, this fight needs to end soon before Soul Society is completely destroyed by your power. Basically, she's talking to Yamato saying like, you know what, your power is too much for Soul Society. If you don't use it, just like end it quick, everywhere's going to be destroyed. You then cut to the guy who's fighting Hitsugaya. This guy's basically using Hitsugaya's Bankai against him. And Hitsugaya's now finding like just like a bit smug because the Bankai is basically falling apart. Hyorimaru's just like literally melting away. He's just like, yep. He's like, yep, it's what a pity. It's like, you know, all Society's water is vanishing. It's basically leaving Hyorimaru just completely useless. You know, him being a water and ice type Zanpakuto, he relies on the moisture in the air. So like, Kirikou and Jushiro then go on, you know, they know what this means. It means that their mentor has unleashed his Bankai. They're just like, yep, it's over basically. So we finally cut back to the Yamato fight. He basically goes in for a cut against Shirobach. He cuts part of his cloak, and then Shirobach is basically like, you know, wait a minute, where's the flame? You know, where's the flame? There has to be a flame. There's flames during the Shikai, so it's like, you know, a sword's ability cannot change that drastically from Shikai to Bankai. It can't change element or anything. Him obviously remembering back in the day when he fought him 1,000 years ago, even in Bankai mode, every slash would basically create a giant flame. So like, what's going on? So Yamato then goes on to place basically the tip of the sword down onto the ground, and then boom, the ground just splits open like nothing. Shirobach then realizing, you know what, all the flame is basically focused onto the point of the blade. You know, Yamato then goes on to explain what this is. It's Zanka no Tachi East, Kyoku Jitsu Zen. Yeah, I probably pronounced that completely wrong, but hell, it's Japanese and it's a long word. Yeah, basically he's saying that all the heat from all the flame is basically focused onto the edge of the blade, meaning that, you know, it doesn't simply just burn anything. If it touches anything, that thing is burnt away, it's vaporized, it's leaving no trace, it's nothing. So yeah, Shirobach is then just like, huh, okay, that's boring. It's just like boring. All he has to do basically is like, you know, just dodge the sword, go for cuts without getting touched by the sword. Yeah, he goes in, basically thinks like, okay, cool, he's all overconfident now, goes in for a strike, and then suddenly his sword's just split in two. It's like, where did it go? Where did most of his sword go? And Yamato's then just like, you're just too overconfident. You know, he's like, you're too overconfident. He says like, you know, if there's an east, there's obviously a west. Which then Yamato then brings out another ability, Zanka no Tachi West, Zanjitsu Goki. It's basically a 1.5 million degree flame armor. So yeah, that's basically like, you know, the surface of the sun. Yamato then basically goes on to say, it's like, you know what, when I'm using my Bankai, nothing can touch me. It's like I'm wrapped in the sun's flames. Which is just like, you know what? Damn. That means if anything goes in for a touch, it's just gonna melt. So yeah, that ends the chapter. Which, you know, I'm just gonna give it a rating right now, and I'm giving it a definite 9 out of 10. Because like, this chapter is just disgusting. Yamato's Bankai is filthy. And I just have one thing. There's just one thing though. If Shirobach can steal it, like, you know, everyone else has been stealing Bankais, this guy is basically going to be like near immortal because, you know, he's the most powerful Quincy, and then he will have the most powerful Zanpakuto with him as well. So all I'm going to say is, Yamato, if you're going to get your Bankai stolen, you best kind of like, you know, destroy it beforehand. Otherwise, basically, everyone's kind of fucked. Just simply put, everyone's just screwed. So guys, that has been Bleach chapter 507. If you enjoyed the video, click like, leave some comments below, let us know what you guys think of Yamato's Bankai, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one.